Okay, hello again. It's Imperialis again, and I figured that sort of as a follow-up video to the last slightly smaller combat tutorial I would show this, which is a significantly more challenging encounter. This is another bounty, and this is the battle wagon that I mentioned in the last video. It is a, yeah, well, you can pause the video and read. It is basically a pirate version of the Onslaught. It's nasty. Very, very tough. Very, very hard to kill. Beast of a ship. Then we've also got two Dragon-class battle cruisers, which are also capital ships, and then some Atlas Mark IIs that are quite a bit. They're still capital ships, but they're not as nasty as these first three. These are the real threat. You can see here there's a Stalker and a Barbarian, which are the two cruisers that kind of make up the core of my little fleet here. I am not 100% confident in my ability to take this fight. A lot is going to depend on what other ships there are involved, but we shall see. This is normally I would want a more combat-oriented fleet for this, and I did make a couple of modifications to my fleet with that in mind. I picked up this, which is a light cruiser, again from one of the mod packs, that is basically set up as a big old ballistics boat to try and keep pressure on the enemy ships from range. It's a solid little cruiser. I also recovered this from that last battle, set it up again with just a bunch of ballistics. It's got some autocannons and some assault guns and stuff like that. Other than that, not too many other changes. I did pick up another little frigate, point defense frigate. Normally I would use something like this for point defense as well, but I need the firepower for this fight. This is going to be one of those all-in sorts of things. So, let's go see if we can track down this bounty. Just really quickly check. Barren Bombarded World. So, Toxic, Barren Bombarded. So, down there somewhere. Like I said, I'm not super confident in my ability to necessarily kill this fleet, but it'll be an interesting fight nonetheless. Okay, so let's take a look at what we're up against. One nice thing is they did emergency burn in, so they've taken a little bit of a CR hit. Okay, so in terms of high threat, yeah, it's pretty much these. My destroyer core is smaller, but definitely outclasses theirs. And their frigate core is pretty garbage. So that is good. This is why I like spending some time getting a decent destroyer core going. This is a scary fleet though, because you'll notice there are very, very few D mods mixed in here. So let's see what happens. We're going to deploy everything we can. They don't have many fighters, so I'm going to leave them off and instead bring in my frigate flotilla. What else can I drop off? I'm going to leave the safety override hammerheads for now and just double up on some more, because I can pull them in as reinforcements as the chaff starts to die, and with the safety overrides they'll be fast enough to catch it up. So, wish me luck. You'll notice I can only deploy 218. That means that his fleet outmasses mine, because the maximum battle size is 500. He can deploy up to 282 points, because they are just a bigger fleet. So let's deploy this and take a look. Okay, so just like last time, let's set up our point defense frigates. Get you on the Barbarian. We'll get you on the Heron. Get... Where am I? There's one Centurion. Get you on one of the Shrikes. And where's my other Centurion at? I thought I had two. There's the other Centurion. Get you on the other Shrike, if I can find him. Right there. I'm just blind. Okay, so half a second, my phone is ringing. Okay, apologies, I am back. So, as per usual, we'll capture, and I am not super confident with the idea of charging into the fray. So instead what I'm going to do is set a defensive waypoint there. The idea being I'll hopefully be able to push onto the sensor jammer, but I also do not want any of my smaller, faster ships getting completely overextended and running face first into the enemy battle wagon. So, and I only have the one carrier right now, so let's go. And so you can see here how my two little frigates are both just sticking really close to those sunders, getting them in a position where they're less likely to be flanked and overwhelmed. Okay, so I've captured my control points there. Still no sign of the enemy, so we will keep charging forward. Okay. So I am pretty happy to sort of let the battle line form up a little bit here. I'm okay with the idea of cool, one Shrike down. Okay, starting to see capital ships on the field. So before I start advancing too much further, we are going to start trying to sort some of this out. Let's put a fighter strike on that guy, and we will put a engage order on him. I am going to cancel that defensive order and push it forward. Maybe even a bit more than that. Okay. This does open up the possibility of them kind of ending up getting sandwiched in between. I'm going to drop my carrier off, or order him to go there. And I am going to move up in the direction of that dragon to try and yeah, so you can see this is... Oh, I just lost a little frigate. Let's see here. Yeah, he died right around here. Again, we don't care all that much if a frigate dies. Boar has overextended himself, so I'm going to try and put some hurt on him while he is vulnerable. Okay. And retreat out. Actually, I'm doing okay. I've still got pretty decent flux. Clear away some of this garbage. And again, the goal right now is not to really engage the capital ships. The goal right now is to kill the stuff between me and the capital ships. Mostly garbage. Okay, gonna have to start pulling back here. Get out of my way, get out of my way. Quick vent. Hope I don't get hit by a random torpedo. Start putting some pressure on some of these capital ships here. Let's take a look at the map, see how things are going. I do tend to get distracted, especially in these big fights. And okay, so we're going to cancel that control order. Going to cancel that. You are way too distracted, so let's put an engage order down on him. Attach you to that engage order. I don't care about the torch over there. We are going to cancel that control order. We are going to put a straight up engage order on that dragon. Because this force should be able to take down this mess over here. He remains a threat. How am I doing on deployment? I think I've only lost the one little frigate so far, so don't really care all that much. How's everybody doing? It can be worthwhile to just very quickly do a quick assessment of your ships every now and then. The top line here is their hull, the lower line is their armor. So if you see anybody who's in particularly rough shape, then it can make a lot of sense to send them off the field if you don't want them to die. But we're looking pretty decent here, so I'm just going to order a engage order on that as well. I want to get these off the field first because they pack a lot of firepower but don't have a lot of armor. Yeah. And I've been working away at this one for a while now. Cool. One down. Let's go fight this one. Clear out some space for... I did set that as an engage, not an eliminate, right? He's not even set to engage. He's just being a champ. Don't die. Okay, so I lost a vigilance. Again, just a dinky little freighter. Or, oh, geez, I've got my shepherds involved in this. Okay, so this guy's rapidly becoming a problem. I am going to get an engage order on him. I'm going to add him to it and add him to it. Have him stick with him. You need to stop being over there, like right now. Don't be distracted by the stupid torch. As a matter of fact, I might just send that brawler over just to kill him. Okay. Reinforcements. I could bring more stuff in. I probably should. Let's bring in one of the hammerheads and him. I could bring in both hammerheads and him, actually. This stage of the game, I probably want to do that. Okay, Atlas Mark II is down. Now, let's go deal with this guy, because he's going to continue to be a problem, and that battle cruiser. They are concerning. Not going to bother venting. Quick assessment of the field. Looks like over here is largely cleaned up, so we're going to delete that order over there. Set a defend order there. That should cause them to sort of punch through and concentrate my power over here. Now the challenge is with this guy is they are tanky, as you've probably noticed from, well, your own using apogees. This apogee isn't quite as shield tanky, it's not quite as good, but you can see I'm having a really tough time punching away at him with just the tactical lasers and my little pew-pew thing. So, what can we do? Okay, he's pulling back. He might actually be retreating, so I'm going to cancel the assignment on him. Try to refocus my energies where I can do the most damage. I've got some stuff coming in now. These guys are still all hung up over here and whatever the fuck is going on there, but they seem to be holding their own. This guy's very tanky. He's going to have no issues clearing up the junk over that way. I'm going to have him do a... That barbarian's dead. I'm just going to order him over this way. Again, sort of keep him in range with my... with the main problem over here, because I'm going to need more fighter support in this direction than not. Maybe what I'll actually do is come over this way to engage. Oh, go away. Okay. He's got enough stuff. I'm going to just straight up do an eliminate order on him and an eliminate order on him. That's going to increase the aggression of the rest of my ships towards them and hopefully get them to get in closer and get stuck in. I am starting to run low on command points, but should be okay. Okay, sorry, excuse my random clicking there. But yeah, generally speaking, I'm pretty happy with how this is turning out so far. Still have 3 significant threats on the field. Yeah, 3? Yeah, because the other guys retreated out. So yeah, 3 significant threats on the field still, but I think we should have this pretty well in hand shortly. At this point, I am just waiting for him to get scared enough that he lowers his shield, and I will fire another missile. Boom! There we go. Oh, Salamander. Yeah, the dragon retreated. I do have a mod called Combat Chatter that tells you if you are running into problems. So this is actually quite a valuable frigate of mine. I got it. It's a unique one. I got it from the bounty board. So I'm going to order him to do a tactical retreat, and I'm going to order him to go and kill that to get it off of his back, because I care about that frigate more than I care about that enforcer. Okay, this guy's probably about done. Goodbye. Let's go kill a mule while we're on our way. You can see I'm just ignoring that carrier because never mind, decided not to ignore that carrier. Okay, so this has been a long fight. You can see everybody starting to run out of ordnance points and stuff like that, or deployment points. Okay, now some of my, like the Omen here is starting to run into problems. And there's the battle barge. So now the goal has turned into kill that quickly, then kill that. For now, I'm going to put a void order on it because, quite frankly, I don't want my fleet going at it piecemeal. I'm going to cancel that, and what are you up to? Join in that. Oh, you're kind of messed up, but, well, we'll see. I'd rather you didn't die, but, you know, it happens. Woohoo! Got the dragon. Okay, so. Now. Oh, 1 command point. How many seconds do I have for another? 49 seconds. That is fine. Okay. I'm actually just going to kind of let my fleet do its own thing for a little while. Except I'm going to order some of this stuff to go up that way. He can join them. set up a... turn that into a defend order. And see how that goes. That should get the... And again, a lot of my little frigates are starting to run into problems because of combat readiness. That's just because this fight has been going on for so long. But, oh yeah, it's got one of those stupid phase driving things. I'm going to focus on cleaning up some of the garbage. Specifically killing this enforcer. Okay, so let's cancel that and put a straight up eliminate order on him. Get it done as quick as we can. Oh, I might lose an enforcer here. Trooper on. Oh, that's you. Yeah, you're up against the... Well... Yeah, you can try and retreat if you want. Give it a shot. Oh, I can't order you to retreat. I don't have any command points left. No, he's dead anyhow. Not that that should have been a real big surprise. Okay. Oh, that was dumb. And I'm just kind of working on the... There we go. Oh, I had a brawler blow up to a critical malfunction. I die so you may live. Ain't that the truth? Is he retreating? Nope, he's not going to get a chance to. Okay, so I lost one destroyer and 3 frigates, none of which I care about all that much. They kind of exist to die if necessary. None of my core ships, I mean, you can see my combat readiness is in the toilet, but none of my core ships suffered any major damage, and I took out a fleet of capital ships. What do we have retreating? We've got a dragon and some trash. Let's pursue them. We will transfer command, and I'm going to send the wolf pack. Oh, no, I'm not going to. I'm going to order my second in command, and I'm going to send the wolf pack along with somebody reasonably fast. Probably not you. Combat speed. No, 35. That is a terrible idea. Top speed 50. Everybody else is so trashed. I could send him. And the Gemini. Nobody escaped. So, considering ship recovery, we could get the Battle Wagon. That is a good pickup for a capital ship. I think I might actually do that. It's going to tank my supplies and everything like that. There's the Brawler I lost. Got a Shrike here. Structural damage. And Wrens are always halfway decent to keep around. Another boar. Don't really care for that. So I would have burnt a huge number of supplies in that fight. You can see I made 16,000 credits just by the fight itself. I also got the, 217,000 for the bounty. And we'll pick through the wreckage. Got 588 supplies back, so I actually probably made profit on this. Got a few crew, got some fuel, other jazz like that. Any interesting weapons? Not really. The Devastator cannons are kind of interesting. They can do some pretty good anti-shield damage, and they're relatively cheap to put on a ship, so they can be pretty good. But other than that, most of this stuff is just sort of, at this point of the game, is kind of trash. But we will still take as much as we can, which is all of it. I've got the high-value prisoner as well, which is a mod thing. But yeah. So let's see how many supplies it will take to fully repair my fleet. 756, but that is also assuming that I don't repair, or I do repair the ships that I picked up. So 852. So it would have cost me about 300 supplies for that. You can multiply 300 by 100-ish to get 30,000. But if you figure I made well over 200,000 in profit, it was a pretty darn good trade. I lost 2 frigates, one of which I managed to get back. And a Enforcer Destroyer that I really don't care about. I'll just find another cheap one somewhere and replace it. The Boar also makes a decent Enforcer version. So yeah, that's another fight for you. Cheers.